What up guys? It's Amelia. I look like a mess. I definitely have a head cold. My head has been aching and throbbing. My throat's getting a little sore. Like, not painful, but it's like, it's coming. I honestly just want to lay down and watch Netflix. But I really wanted to film a video for you guys. So I wanted to tell you guys a little story that's been really bugging me. Growing up, I have been known to be super quiet and shy. I'm one of those people who's so horrible at small talk that I find it more comfortable to not say anything than to start a conversation about the weather. You know, might be considered rude. It's, again, I don't mean to not talk to you, I don't know what to say. I need to work on it. But now I've definitely come out of my shell a lot since college. I'm one of those people who has very few friends, but they're very, very close, and I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. I can talk their heads off. And if you're one who have seen more than one or two of my YouTube videos, you would probably know that I am super bubbly and vibrant, and you probably don't see me as someone who is quiet. Keep all that in mind as I say this story. So I'm at work doing my job. I had to use a computer, so I went to the computer, and there's this newer employee. Now, know that, you know, I've said hi to her. She's like, oh, hello, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm good, how are you? Like normal work banter. You know, I've never not said hi to her. I've never not, you know, responded to one of her questions. Anyway, I sit down at the computer and she's like, oh, hi, how are you? And I'm just like, oh, hi, I'm good. And she walks toward me and she looks at me. And she goes, you're really quiet. Now, as a quiet person, as an introvert, when someone says that, there is no good way to respond. So when someone tells you you're quiet, like, yes, I get it. Sometimes people use that as a conversation starter. But yeah, it just makes the whole conversation awkward, extremely awkward. I highly dislike it when people do it. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I tend to be quiet. And she's like, oh, well, someone, you know, you must not have a tongue. She's like, I hate to say it, but you're too quiet. I'm sorry, but when you say something negative about someone to their face, how do you expect them to respond? Now, I've had people tell me, oh, hey, you're quiet. They're like, lighten up a little bit. Like, I get it. They're just trying to break me out of my shell, start a conversation. That is totally understandable. But to tell someone that they must be disabled because they're so quiet, that is straight up rude. One of my favorite teachers said to me that Emelia has 2 ears and 1 mouth, and she uses them in those proportions. And that is 100% accurate. Just because I don't talk doesn't mean I'm not listening. It doesn't mean I don't have emotions. You probably are wondering how I responded to what she said. I should have just stayed quiet throughout the whole thing, but I literally said, oh, I'm just like, well, I do talk, you know, yeah. That's what I said. Like, how do you respond to that situation? For all the people who tend to be on the quiet side, I'm with you. I understand it when people put you in such uncomfortable situations just because you're shy or you don't prefer to talk. It made me feel really bad about myself because, well, first of all, she has no idea as to why I'm quiet. It could have been from a past trauma. It could have been from anything. But instead, she decided to kind of insult me. And, you know, if someone's really shy or really quiet, don't point out the elephant in the room like that, especially in such a negative connotation. I understand that it's really awkward talking to quiet people because it seems like they don't want to talk to you. It seems like they're ignoring you. It seems like they're stuck up. But in all honesty, a lot of times it's just because they just don't know what to say, or they're really awkward and don't want to present themselves as super awkward. The best thing to do when addressing a quiet person is just ask them how they're doing. Normally they're the nicest people. You just gotta break them out of their shell. And telling them that they must not have a tongue because they're so quiet is not a good way to do it in the slightest. All I can say from this whole situation is to be nice to someone. She's probably gonna say hi to me again, and I'll probably say hi back. Sometimes you just gotta smile and wave. So yeah, that is my little sick chit chat with you guys. I'm sorry if it brought on some negative emotions. I promise next week's video is going to be so much better, and yeah. In the comments below, I genuinely want to know if you've ever been put in a situation like this where you have a certain flaw or insecurity that was bluntly pointed out by someone, and how did you respond? I'm gonna go eat some soup and go to bed because my head hurts. Bye!